Have you ever wondered how a nation heals after tearing itself apart? On May 30th, 1868, Americans took the first official step in that healing journey, with flowers in their hands and names of the fallen in their hearts. By the end of this video, you'll understand how a simple act of remembrance became one of America's most sacred traditions, and why its origins contain a message we still need today. The numbers are almost impossible to comprehend. Over 620,000 Americans dead in 4 years of civil war, more than all other American wars combined until Vietnam. In the war's chaotic aftermath, bodies lay in unmarked graves across the country. Something needed to be done to honor their sacrifice. General John A. Logan, leader of a Union veterans organization called the Grand Army of the Republic, issues General Order Number 11 on May 5, 1868. The 30th day of May is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers the graves of comrades who died in defense of their country. But Logan wasn't creating something new. He was formalizing what many Americans, particularly women, had already begun doing spontaneously. In both North and South, from Columbus, Mississippi to Waterloo, New York, communities had been decorating the graves of both Union and Confederate soldiers. On that first official Decoration Day, as it was then called, Americans gather in some 183 cemeteries across 27 states. In Washington, D.C., 5,000 participants decorate the graves of 20,000 soldiers at Arlington National Cemetery, once the estate of Confederate General Robert E. Lee. Look closely at who participates. In Charleston, South Carolina, nearly 10,000 people, most of them formerly enslaved Black Americans, had conducted one of the first decoration ceremonies in 1865, honoring Union soldiers who died in Confederate prison camps. At Arlington, future President James Garfield delivers a speech that captures the day's significance. We do not know one promise these men made, one pledge they gave, one word they spoke, but we do know they summed up and perfected by one supreme act the highest virtues of men and citizens. What made this observance revolutionary wasn't just who was remembered, but how they were remembered. In a country still deeply divided by war, mourning transcended politics. Northern widows placed flowers on Confederate graves. Southern children decorated Union tombstones. It would take another century, until 1971, for Memorial Day to become a federal holiday. The observance would expand to honor all American war dead, not just those from the Civil War. The day would shift from spontaneous grassroots ceremonies to official national observance. When you observe the national moment of remembrance on Memorial Day or place flowers at a veteran's grave, you're participating in a tradition that began when Americans chose remembrance over division and shared grief over continued anger. The first Decoration Day reminds us that healing often begins with a simple act of respect for those who paid the ultimate price, regardless of which side they fought for. On that May Day in 1868, a wounded nation began to heal itself through the simple, powerful act of remembrance. If this glimpse into the origins of one of America's most solemn traditions has moved you, hit that like button and subscribe to History Sparks for more moments that shaped our national identity. Does your family have any special Memorial Day traditions? Share your story in the comments below. And don't miss tomorrow's video. We'll be exploring another pivotal moment that brought Americans together across their differences. These stories of unity and remembrance are waiting to be discovered. Join us on this journey through time. Click subscribe now and never miss a History Spark again.